Yep, you got it. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Mitch Barnhart, Coach Phillips, Coach Sanders, who gave me the first opportunity to come here last year. I'm elated. I'm so emotional. I'm so excited about the feeling of being wanted and the feeling of being of the respect in this business. Guys who I have a tremendous amount of respect for, who reached out and said, "I'm a young coach. We're gonna give you an opportunity," and by showing their appreciation and what they think of me to want to keep me around. That's the blessing in all of this. And I look forward to me, the work begins right here. You know, when you come in, you got to prove yourself. You got to prove yourself every day. So right now, with the opportunity and, an extension and all that kind of stuff, I understand what that means. And we want to take our program to a championship level. Everything Coach Phillips has said, that's what we're about. So work begins here, and look forward to it.
Questions? How much were you in communication with other schools?
People called around and wanted to gauge interest, those type of things, but I remained loyal to my boss. You know, it wasn't a situation where he and I were out of the loop in terms of our communication. We spent a lot of time this past week on the road, and the moment I heard something, he heard what I heard. And he was on the phone with Mr. Barnhart, and that's the respect that we have, you know, and I'm loyal to who's loyal to me, and, you know, I'll fall on the sword for that guy. And, the opportunity to stay, and he said, "Hey, we're going to do what we got to do to keep you." And I told him, I said, "I want to be there." And we got it done, and to me, it was a no-brainer. You know, every day I come to work, I'm excited about coming to work. Coach Phillips is a tremendous coach to work for. Family's been around. He's great with our players, and as a staff, I have a staff of guys that I feel like if I were to leave, I'd be leaving not only, Coach Phillips around, but our whole staff is just great people. I think that's a key point in recruiting. Is what helps us in recruiting. When people come and spend time with us, with their families, they feel that love that we have and that passion that we have to take this program to the next level. So it's a no-brainer for me to stay.
Did you interview with other schools? Did
No.
you get that far?
Nope, didn't get that far. Talked on the phone, but not an interview at all.
Alabama, one of those schools?
Had a couple schools, and could have been, but never got as far as to mention names and get out there, because we're in a critical time of recruiting right now, and I didn't want to hurt our class here at Kentucky, which is going to be a special class that you guys will be very proud of. And we didn't want to mention names, we didn't want to go that far. And Coach Phillips gave me his commitment and said, "We're going to get this thing done." And Mr. Barnhart got it done, Dr. Todd got it done, and we're here today. So I won't mention any names of the schools, but what's important right now is I'm happy to be at Kentucky. I'm proud of what the work we've done this past season, and this begins where we want to take this program to.
T, does this kind of send a message about Kentucky football that they've done this to make sure that you do stay here?
No question about it. It talks about the passion and the desire that Mr. Barnhart and Coach Phillips has for taking Kentucky football to that next level. It's a commitment thing. It's this wanting to get it done. You know, and people say what they want to say about Kentucky football. Kentucky football is headed in the right direction. You know, we're headed up. And this is just a small piece of the puzzle. You know, we got to have great players. We got to coach them up and all that kind of stuff. But this shows the commitment that we have to want to take our program to where we want it to be, and that's on championship level.
T, was it Joker that approached you about taking on more responsibility in terms of being a coordinator? Was it him that approached you? Did you kind of say, "Hey, we're playing Nelson that area"?
It has been talked about with our staff, and Coach Phillips and Coach Sanders. They have a relationship, long-standing relationship. It's something that they had been talking about before. Then it was brought up to my attention, but that's the way we work as a staff. You know, we don't. Coach Phillips doesn't make decisions without talking to all of us. Coach Sanders doesn't make a decision without talking to the whole offensive staff. And it was something that we all had discussed at some point throughout the year and after the season, and it got done. But the way we prepare, the way we coach our guys, the system we run, it's going to be the same. You know, some of the responsibilities, as Coach Phillips alluded to earlier, that I was able to do last year, it'll continue to be the same type of responsibilities. And so, my job will continue to be the same, and that's to have the best set of wide receivers out there in the SEC, and try to bring the best players that we can bring here at Kentucky.